It's been 5 years. Well, let's see. I was 18, now I'm 23. 18 through 19 and 20, 21, 22, 23. It's been 5 years since I turned 18 and moved from my parents' house. And my first video ever that I made was when I was 18 and I was living with my boy. And yeah, that was a rough time. I was not having a good time. But 5 years later, and I haven't done a lot of videos because I told myself that I wanted to do a lot of videos to help out younger men. But then again, I was 18. What the heck did I know? So I'm kind of circling back now at 23, even though that's not very old at all. But I'm circling back at 23 with a little bit of knowledge. I've lived just a little bit since that first video ever, where I was in a not such a good place. I didn't have really good habits. I joined the Marine Corps, and I've got a whole contract right now going. I traveled around the U.S. a lot. I went to North Carolina. I went to California. I went to Hawaii, and this is all through the military. I've been around through Texas. I've been to Texas once every month in the last 3 months. I think I've been to Texas 6 times in the last 3 months, flying and driving. The drive is 9 hours, but I digress. It's been, I got a freaking tattoo. I don't know if you can see it right here. I got one right here. I got my own crib. I can show you. It's pretty freaking nice. Look at that. We got yay, as usual. Look at that. You like my kitchen? I'm making a steak, by the way. Look, heck yeah. Anyways, let me set you guys down, right there. Oh, sorry, my finger ran in the way. Anyways, yeah, it's been about 5 years, and I just kind of wanted to maybe start dropping some knowledge. I don't really care about who sees this. I hope my kid sees this one day, and he or she can get a little bit of something for it. Back when I made my first video in 2022, December I think 5th, don't quote me on that, but it was December 2022, I decided to get on a good habits journey. And man, when you're 18, you are extremely impressionable. 18 through 20, you're just a sponge for the world to So that was what's happening. All these ideas were pulling into my head. I was learning real estate. I was learning how to do social media marketing, how to do drop shipping, how to all this stuff, right? And it was all in the guise of easy money. And what was not so apparent about that was the idea of you having a career. And there was this mindset, especially when you're young, you're I don't want to work, I don't want to spend my whole life doing a 9 to 5, which is fair and understandable. But to get to that point, sure, you can do all these other small businesses and stuff that are sold by all these gurus. But if you're real to yourself, one of the best ways to do that is to get a job and to build those core skills that allow you to build onto yourself so that you're able to amass that wealth that you want, so you don't have to work for the rest of your life. And if you're smart about it, you won't work for the rest of your life. So what happened to me was I was in all of that bullshit, freaking impressionable as hell, and I ended up quitting my job at 911. I was working at dispatch, and after I quit my job, I moved back home with my parents. And then I was losing my mind because I wasn't doing anything except doing DoorDash, and I still had bills to pay. I had a really expensive truck to pay off. I still have student loans to pay. I still have my car insurance to pay. I still have to buy food and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So I was laying there trying to figure it the frick out, and then I woke up and I was I'm going to join the military. And it was kind of a gut feeling. More so, it came around because I just didn't have anything. I didn't have anything at all. And I'm not endorsing joining the military at all. This is just my journey. I'm just telling you. I'm just like kind of like dropping like a little bit of lore. Alright? So I joined the freaking Marine Corps, and I'll tell you about that sometime. But I joined the freaking Marine Corps. I post the Marine Corps. I post boot camp. I get a job in the Marines as a utilities technician. And what that means is I went to school in North Carolina, engineering school, to learn how to work on air conditioning, to work on electricity, and to work on generators. So I got 3 freaking skills from the Marine Corps. And with air conditioning, I got certifications for that. Which, translating to the civilian world, I was able to land a job at a air conditioning company, and I started at $17 an hour just doing duct work. And then after 2 months, after showing that I could do it, and that I had the guts, so they bumped me up to freaking do installs. It's called finals, and I'll show you all this stuff, right? And from there on, from making $17 an hour, which was dead ass, I'm not freaking kidding you, 1 year and like 3, 4, 5 months ago, because it was May when I got hired. May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Yeah, 1 year, 7 months. I went from making $17 an hour to $29 an hour because I showed that I could bring value to my employer, and in return, my employer gave value to me. So that's kind of like what happened. All right, I'm chilling. I'm living alone right now. I've got a freaking beautiful girl. I'm making steak. I'm hitting the gym. I went from like 112 pounds to 145 over the course of like 4 years, which is not a lot, but I do a lot, especially like with the Marine Corps and stuff. I used to do a lot, so I didn't get a lot of time to like kind of like eat a lot and bulk up. But I'm gonna try and share like the small little things that happened, because when I joined the Marine Corps, I was heavy in debt and I wasn't making a lot of money at all. I was making probably like $1,400 every month, and my bills were dead ass $1,200 every freaking month. So it was freaking rough. So I can tell you a little bit about that as well. But and also I'll tell you about like this career that I'm in, because it's so powerful. It's extremely powerful. And I'm not trying to sell you nothing. I'm just giving you my fucking thoughts, and then you figure it out for yourself. It's your life, your circumstances, your situation. But HVAC has changed my life, and like the little decisions that I've had, I've learned about finances, I've learned about real estate, how to take care of myself, how to interact with people, how to utilize your tools at your job in order to like go high in ranks. Fuck, I ruined my tattoo. Anyways, yeah. So I just kind of like wanted like a recap of lore of what the heck happened, and yeah, if we do more videos, great. I'll catch you sometime. I want to make my steak. I've been waiting for it to like marinate a little bit. I'll let you hear the sizzle. All right, I'll let you hear the sizzle when I put it on. Hold on, it's gotta get warm. It's gotta get warm. Before you hear the sizzle, yeah, stay tuned. If you like this kind of content, I mean, you haven't got any content at all, but if you like this kind of stuff, just subscribe. You don't have to, I don't care. But subscribe. I'll be talking about, like the little things that I learned. Actually, pretty big things. Not gonna lie, really, really big things. And I went from literally making $0, going bankrupt like twice, basically, to making pretty good money, living by myself, being able to attract what I want, and being able to keep what I want, and being able to show up, to show responsibility, to be a man, And if it's you, my son, who's watching this, or my daughter who's watching this, I'll show you. If you're my daughter, I'll try and keep it like gender neutral or whatever. Love you a lot. And I hope you learned something from this. If it's my son, I'm a guy. I can only talk from the experience of a man, and take from me if you want to. I'm 23 right now. You probably don't. When you're watching these, you probably have never thought about me being this young. But yeah, if you learn anything, I'm gonna be dropping some bars. The videos will get better and better as it goes on, but I'm on a fucking rant. I don't know if it's hot enough yet, but let's see if the sizzle is there. I don't think it's hot enough yet. Gosh dang it. Gosh dang it. You guys want to see? I'll show you. I'll show you. Oh my god. Hold on. I gotta fix it. Does this thing bend downwards? Oh shit. It goes the other way. Hold on, guys. I'm on pause.